The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guests, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
Cold weather's right around the corner. It's time to bulk up with carnivore mass.
That's right, Frankie. Your scrawny ass can use some more muscle, buddy.
Carnivore mass stands out because it's made with beef protein isolate. This means it's not just any protein, it's the world's #1 selling beef protein.
Exactly. Lactose-free mass gainer, clinically tested to pack on size.
That's right. Carnivore mass is packed with 50 grams of beef protein isolate and 125 grams of fast-acting, easy-to-digest carbs with 700 calories. If you're looking to pack on size fast, you need carnivore mass.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You were not rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Well, we'll have 100,000 episodes, so yeah, 10 people will watch it.
Hey, listen, we shit on ourselves pretty good over here, buddy. I think we're realists, Frankie. You know what I mean? Real. We keep it real. Real recognizes real.
Real recognizes real. Is that why we're wearing the same shirts?
Yeah, true. True. What's up, pal? You had a long day today?
Long day. I like it, though. I like it.
Getting in the groove?
Yeah, I am. I figured this morning I went to Catone's, or spar with the boys a little bit, you know, help some guys, you know, coach some guys there. That's good. Then I got a little lift in.
Nice.
Came home. Well, actually, I started my day with my cold plunge, of course, you know, and then went to Nick's, did all that. Then I came home, hit the sauna, did another cold plunge, and then head over to the school. I taught little champs, I taught adults, and then I taught champs, and then I taught MMA tonight. So 4 in a row.
Damn, bro. What you think you're gonna live to be past 90? I think there's pretty good odds, bro. You live a pretty fucking healthy lifestyle.
I think so.
And you're a little guy. Little guys live long.
Yeah. My grandfather lived till he was 90. My 4 grandparents, right? You have 4 grandparents. My grandfather, my mother's side, lived till he was
all
90.
past 90.
No. My grandfather, my dad's side, I think was like 80, in his 80s.
Okay.
My mother and my dad's side died when she was 63, though.
Oh.
But my grandmother died when she was 99, my mom's side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And her father died at 99.
You got a good memory. I couldn't tell you when all my grandparents died. I know my most recent grandmother that passed, my mother's mother, was 94, 95. I know that. My grandfather was probably early to mid 70s on my dad's side. My dad's side's mother, late 80s, I think, mid to late 80s. So I mean, all ripe old ages.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So
You never know.
You
never can tell.
Past, I think, life of expectancy.
What is it?
Didn't it go up a year or two?
It went down.
Oh, did it go down? Maybe it did go down. Yeah, it was probably stress, right? Yeah. I'm gonna take a guess. What are you saying, males?
75.
I was gonna say 77. Women, I was gonna say 79.
Yeah, I think 2 more years. So I still say 78. Yeah. What do we got there on the ticker?
So I think you got that well beat. I don't know about me. I don't.
We'll see.
Not that I live an
getting
unhealthy
hit in the head
life,
and all
but,
that, you know, beating your body.
well, you
up.
might not know who you are, but you can still be alive.
Yeah.
Women is 80.
80.
And males is 74.807.
Wow.
6 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ladies, you got it easy. We take all the stress.
They give us the stress. They kill us.
Damn, but they're lonely for that last 6 years.
They get a nice.
Because the average life expectancy in the U.S. is 77.5 years. In Hawaii, though, it's 80.7.
Oh, really?
So maybe it's the sunshine.
Oh, island time. Everything's relaxed on
yeah, man. Island.
Island time.
Brada.
You just mentioned CTE. We've talked about it before, but Do you see it in any? I mean, I sent you that one video of oh shit, what's his name? He's a great fighter too. Asian dude. Fuck.
No, Tyson Nam.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you sent me.
Nam Pham, right? And
Nam Pham, not Tyson Nam.
Yeah, Nam Pham, right?
Nam Pham. Yeah.
I showed a video of him from I don't know what year it was.
Not that far. 2013.
I was gonna say like maybe 10. I was gonna say 10 years,
10 years
roughly.
ago, yeah.
And then 2. Do you think that was just? And the other one they show obviously is Chuck Liddell. They show videos of him. You think that's legitimately?
I don't know if Chuck ever spoke that well, bro.
Okay.
I mean, you got to listen to him. I guess on when they talked Ultimate Fighter 1, he spoke okay.
Yeah.
But like Randy, he was like very articulate. Even still is today. He commentates. I think Chuck was just like,
So you don't think either of those are related to CTE?
I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I think Chuck also partied too. Not only that,
Yeah.
That matters.
For sure. Yep.
But like I don't know. As far as MMA guys go, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody that really stands out except that Tyson Nam. Or no, was it Nam Pham? Is it Tyson Nam? Or Nam Pham?
I'm not sure.
I think it's.
Thought it was Nam Pham, but Nam Fan, right?
I don't know.
He's a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah, I mean Marlon had kicked.
But he speaks, I mean, literally clear as day. I don't know if you can pull that video up or not, but he speaks like crystal clear. And then you fast forward 10 years later, and it's incredibly slurred speech.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, I guess.
But you, in your opinion as a fighter, you don't think that's related to getting repeatedly kicked in the head?
Absolutely.
You do?
Absolutely, yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, I mean, look at Riddick Bowe.
Because I haven't heard him speak.
You never heard of Riddick?
I know who he is, of course, but I don't know. I haven't heard him in comparison to how he used to speak. I mean, there's a drastic difference there.
Nam Fan, you're right. Yeah, Riddick Bowe from when he first did. I mean, he's definitely a gangster dude and stuff. Probably talked a little street, but now it's like it's pretty bad. Really. Even like, dude, listen to Evander Holyfield. He sounds a little.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
And again, they're country as hell, so it could be just a country in them, like, and maybe that's why they speak that way. But I could have sworn when he was younger he didn't speak that way. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And you wonder. I seen actually Mighty Mouse. He just retired. You seen that? Awesome. He's a goat. Definitely.
No question.
Maybe, up there with up there with. And you can't pick one. There's like 6. You know what I mean? Probably like 6. And he's right there and just equally deserving as any of the other 6.
And the fashion in which he,
the way he just did it,
the way he fights, his fighting style.
I don't think I have batteries in there, dude.
Oh, that's all right. No big deal.
So, but Tice, Mighty Mouse was saying he did some of the Mayo Clinic or Cleveland Clinic. One of them was like a head, study, and they said his cognitive got better. Actually,
really,
it got better.
What does he attribute that to?
He probably didn't get hit very much.
No, I'm saying, is he educating himself? So
no. It's not like that. It's not like more stuff.
You're talking about
it's a cognitive. Cognitive isn't like what you know.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like an intelligence test.
Right.
It's on how you speak, how clearly you speak.
I know, but you could
enunciate words, stuff like that. Right. That's how they gauge it.
Gotcha.
So he got better over time. And I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he takes like mushrooms or whatever, or or anything like that. But I just think you hear him speak. He speaks really well. He's got a great podcast.
Very well.
And he breaks down fights probably better than anybody. He mimics people. You ever seen him mimic every style? Like, dude, that dude's talented.
Very talented.
But yeah, so I wonder. I obviously never did it. You need a baseline. That's the only way you can measure. So he's been with this. I think the Mayo or Cleveland Clinic, whatever. He did it like 10 to 15 years ago, so he has the baseline. Wow. And now when he retested it, they could see like how much better or worse you are. Yeah,
and I'm sure these people were speaking of, the Nam fans and things like that. They probably don't have that baseline, so there would be no way.
Right, it'd be tough to say. The only baseline is you watch video, like the videos that we saw.
Yeah.
I feel like when I slur, my tongue is too big for my mouth. That's why I slur.
Really?
It really is.
Do you notice any difference? Anything?
No,
Anything?
no.
I don't at all. I've known you.
I didn't start off too. I guess the baseline was already in the basement. So,
I mean, I'm saying I've known you 20 plus years, and maybe I wouldn't notice it because I see you pretty regularly, and I guess maybe if you do that, it's if you talk to somebody infrequently, you maybe would see it more. But I don't notice anything with you at all. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the pot calling the kettle black there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get kicked in the head.
I don't think you sound good.
That's just being dumb. That's not repetitive punches to the head.
Well, I
not
mean,
being
you took a beating. Maybe not to the head, but you took a beating.
Where's the joke?
No, I'm saying you've been abused.
Yeah, for sure. Just gonna say for sure because I don't know what you're talking about.
You see Jordan Burroughs?
Yeah, just won again, right?
He won his 10th team.
Isn't that crazy?
Like world team.
And he's done though, right? He's not doing it again, is he?
Well, I don't know. He starts to go compete.
He didn't
in the
retire.
Worlds. He has to compete in the Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
He made the team as the USA guy.
Right.
Had to beat a very good guy to do so.
Yeah. And
probably did it.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But I mean, he has a career in commentating. When he's done, he's a great commentator.
He can. I don't know. That's what I said. I think he could coach college. I think. And because David Taylor, you don't know who he is. He was a national champ for Penn State. He won the Olympics, won the Worlds. Was like one of the best wrestlers in the U.S. at one moment. And he just took the job at Okie State, and he is getting paid like $6 million over 5 years. Wow. And it's like, well, it's finally like, not finally. I mean, these big programs. I'm sure Cal Sanderson's making big money too. But now that's why I said I went up to Jordan. I'm like, bro. That's like you're the guy.
Yeah.
Someone will pay you buku bucks.
Absolutely.
To come
Absolutely.
to come be their head coach, and he's like he likes he likes being at home. He's a family man. He's obviously like, very religious too, and he's got five kids I think.
Oh, does he really? Wow.
And he's starting his little club and all this. So I think he kind of likes where he's at now.
Right.
But I wonder, man. Yeah. I wonder if he'll one day take
phenom
a head job.
Where did he go to school?
He went to Nebraska. Yeah. Actually, James Green, another Nebraska wrestler, another Jersey guy, who was Jordan's teammate. He also made the world team at 70 kilograms.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Jersey's represented well.
What's a bigger stage in wrestling, Worlds or Olympics?
I mean, the Worlds are every year. There's not an Olympic year. Actually, yeah, every year. Actually, even I think. No, they might even be this year. I think they have it this year, just not the Olympic weights. Mm. So the weights that were in the Olympics aren't in the Worlds, but like in the Olympics is just harder because it's every 4 years.
Right.
So like to end up being the main guy that year, it's just tough because of timing.
Yep.
But Worlds might be tougher because I think there's more competitors in the World Tournament.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yep, that does make sense.
But yeah. How about UFC Noche?
What'd you think of it? I didn't watch it. Not gonna lie.
Oh, they got the Noche part right because I was tired as shit.
You said you were not.
It was still 2 in the morning.
Yes, that's what you said. Yeah.
I'm like, and
I did my normal highlights the next morning.
I know, but okay. But you got the whole what it was, right?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
you saw some pictures.
Yeah, it was at the
It looked pretty incredible, right?
Amazing.
But I think it was more for people that were there. If you were there. Right. You had the whole movie going on and this and that. Like, did I really care about the movie too much at home? Not really. And the co-main and main, listen, they're the best, right? There's 2 title fights, so I hate when people they're boring. It was the 2 best people in that weight are fighting for a title, so sometimes it doesn't always pan out to be some slobber knocker, you know what I mean? And Valentina played it smart. Yep. She took the path of least resistance, was a better grappler, was a better wrestler, and won. And Merab, and we kind of knew Merab was going to do that. Everyone knew that's what Merab was going to do, and he did it. And
that's the game plan.
Sean really had nothing to say or an answer for it until kind of the 5th round. He came alive a little bit,
body shots,
with those teep kicks and stuff. But Merab weaponized his cardio, and even him, like you could tell he respected Sean because he didn't just constantly shoot like crazy. Like, dude, he usually shoots 40 times a fight, you know?
Right.
But he was able to get the takedowns, too, this time.
Yeah.
But what I like about Sugar Sean is he's not making any excuses.
No.
He is not. He's like, you know what?
Overpromised, underdelivered.
He's like, my coach is saying I was flat. This person's saying I didn't look good. Dana, this and that. He's like, he goes, I got no excuses. He goes, I had an amazing camp and one of the best weight cuts I ever had. So I like it. He's taking it like a man.
I agree. Yeah. Nothing but respect for that.
But I do think he looked a little flat. But I mean, you're fighting a guy like Merab. You're nervous to get tired. You're nervous to the takedown. Like it's a tough challenge.
Absolutely. That's such a difference in stylistically, such a difference in the two fighters, and physique-wise, such a difference in the two fighters. I mean, you know what I mean?
One's stretched out, one's
right.
Stomped down. It's you see the video where Sean has the singlet on.
Has the what on?
A singlet.
No.
Yeah, he's a singlet on. He's like, I'm training. I'm getting.
Oh
ready.
yeah, I saw that.
And he was like, defending shots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's cool. He's making light of it.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
That's the way to do it. I would have been crawled in my hole for a fucking couple days.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I mean, styles make fights, right? So I mean, fights like that. It's not a fan favorite fight, but you know, it's
a stylistic matchup.
It's the fight game,
but it's a stylistic matchup, right? Like striker versus grappler, right? For the most part.
And he got it done. You know what I mean? He got the W.
Now, do you see who do you think Merab should fight next?
I saw them saying it's most likely he's going to fight the Dagestani guy,
Umar Nurmagomedov.
Umar, yeah.
Habib's cousin.
Right.
And Merab doesn't seem like he wants to.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
No, he's like, he don't deserve it. He does, this and that. He don't deserve. He says he wants to fight Figueroa. Figueroa he's a former champion at 25. He beat Cody. So, but I think, Nurmagomedov's 18-0. He beat Sandhagen pretty convincingly.
Right.
He's legit. His last name is Nurmagomedov.
Yep.
He wears the white paprika.
And he can stuff those takedowns, and his takedowns are just as good.
And Merab wears the black paprika.
Right.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Parpaka, whatever. It's the hat. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean.
I think it's a pretty good matchup, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Merab don't want nothing to do with it. It's like almost. There's like little videos saying he's scared. He's scared. I'm not going to say he's scared of anybody.
But do you think Merab would turn it down? I don't think so.
I don't think he can.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he turned it down. No.
I think if that's who we give him, he's going to accept it. Maybe it's not the guy he wants.
Right. That fight would be.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, Umar.
That would be more competitive than Figueroa for sure.
Wrestling.
I think. Yeah.
Great wrestling. Yeah. Think about it. He beat Sandhagen by taking him down.
Exactly. Exactly.
That would be an interesting fight to me.
Yep.
And Umar could strike like really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know who I'd pick in that one. That one's sort of a dead heat for me. I pick wrong every time though. I picked O'Malley.
Oh, you picked wrong for sure one time.
Bro, you always listen. Always got some shit to say. I picked O'Malley though. Who'd you pick in this?
Honestly, I was rooting for Merab because I'm friends with him and stuff.
Right.
But I just thought, man, I felt like he's gonna find a way to run into something.
That's what I thought. I thought eventually he would get picked off. O'Malley's such a sharpshooter. He's such an efficient striker. I thought he would get him. And the only things he really got him with, like you said, were those teep kicks, and he started really he started punching at the body late in the fight, fifth round mostly. And the kicks got through. I think a couple punches landed. One punch I remember, you saw him wince a little bit, but it was too late, by that time.
Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had it like a little closer than it should have been too.
Yeah. I thought the same.
Crazy.
But that's, again, judges, man. You never know.
Did you see the one fight with where was he? It was Argentinian, I think. Argentina versus the other guy, Ribovich or something.
I didn't see that.
Bro, it was the fight of the night, dude. It was a banging 55. It was a banger.
Who was the girl that literally had the worst?
Irina Aldana.
The worst facial laceration
ever
I've ever seen in any fight ever anywhere, and it happened to a girl.
It looked like a jigsaw, bro.
It literally went down her forehead, across her nose like that. It was insane, dude.
There was like several cuts.
Oh,
yeah,
nasty, dude.
I hope they got their poor girl a plastic surgery.
Oh, dude, I'm sure they will because Dana will probably do the right thing. But and she's posting about it like the next day.
No, she's putting makeup on.
Yeah,
pretending to put makeup on. Crazy, yeah.
What have you ever seen a worse face? The one I can think of that was pretty bad, but it wasn't that, and it wasn't a girl. I guess it's worse because it's a girl. But
yeah.
Who the fuck was it? He had, God, I can almost think of his name.
But
Rampage Jackson fought him.
Marvin Eastman.
Marvin Eastman, dude, that was a nasty cut.
Dude, I seen Nick Catone actually had a really bad cut.
Did he?
Yeah, he was doing really good too. I mean, it was a close fight. It was in the fight. It was actually AC. I was cornering him with Mark Ricardo, and he took a knee to his forehead, and it literally was like, it looked like the San Andreas fault in his head. It was a little split, and he came back to the corner, and like the ref's like, it was actually Big Dan. The ref, he was like, no, I can't. And Nick's looking at me. I'm like, bro, nah, bro. It was such a bad cut. I'm like, dude, nah. Yeah.
Now let's say that was his cheek and it's below his eye. Would they let it go? Because it's mostly they want to.
I mean, bro, it looked so bad. Like I'm surprised they let that one go.
Yeah, true.
Because it got worse.
Yeah.
She got punched in it more and more, and it got worse.
Dude, both of her eyes were button shut too. Yeah. But I mean, but I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know. I'm a bleacher fucking novice here, but I'm asking you. Cut placement matters, right? More so above
like
eye,
over your eye.
Right.
If it go into your eye, and the forehead. I mean, if it doesn't go into your eye, you're good.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I've seen dudes, Rory McDonald versus fucking legend. Why can't I think of his name? But
Robbie Lawler.
Robbie Lawler. I mean, he had that lip hanging, bro. Yeah. Hanging. And they let it go because it's really not.
Yeah, what's that going to do?
That's what I'm saying. Cut placement matters, right?
For sure. I think so.
I mean, that was as wide open as a cut as you could get, and they let it go.
Yeah. No, I think cuts like that, like I had cut something on my chin, they're not stopping you for that, you know?
Yeah. But all in all, great card, right? I mean, I know that a couple people thought, like...
Well, just the last two fights were just lackluster.
Lackluster, right,
you know?
right. But I think, as you said, the champions, the victors... did exactly what they planned to do. They wanted the W, and they did what they had to do.
Yes. I wonder if Dana's a little
better. Dana likes guys that go in there
and starch people.
Yeah, right, and bang. And do you think? Okay, so let's say, and I think it's true, and I think you could give a list.
No, I wouldn't say he likes he likes people that go out there and put it on. That put it out there. That's what he likes.
But if there was a list of people that, let's say, had, I don't know, 3 losses in a row. But they went in there and unloaded, and they were crowd favorites or whatever. And then you get people that have 3 boring wins in a row. Do you think he's more apt to keep those people on the roster?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like Michael Chandler, bro. I think he has 1 win, 1 or 2 wins, and he brings it like a mug, bro.
Yes, he does.
Hell yeah. He knows.
Yeah,
I think he kind of. I feel like when he got into UFC, he just said, I just want to put on exciting fights.
And he does,
I'm
bro.
not worried about winning.
I won't miss a Chandler fight because he never disappoints.
He's fighting. He's always fighting. See who he's fighting?
Yeah, I saw that McGregor obviously didn't get the nod here because he couldn't get clearance, right? So he's fighting, who is he fighting? Oliveira, right.
They fought already.
Yep.
He had Oliveira hurt, too.
He lost to Oliveira. Yeah, he got choked out, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not
choked out, knocked out. I forget, but yep.
You see, McGregor was here in River Rock.
Yeah. I got the early heads up on it. Remember, I texted you.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over there, but I would feel. I mean, I know you would because you're humble and you're.
He was calling me. He was trying to get me over there, but I was like, nah, bro. I was kind of busy.
Was he?
No.
Wait, Chip or McGregor?
McGregor.
Oh yeah,
Conor. Con. I call him Con. You know. Con said, "Hey, Frankie, what you doing?"
Yeah, he left here and went to Philly. I had people calling me from Philly, like, dude, McGregor. I was like, bro, he was in my backyard last night, and I didn't go over there. So I feel weird, bro. It's just weird to me to, like, I don't know, like, fucking be a fame whore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, as a human being, I don't know how much I respect the guy because he's done some fucking dumb shit. But as a fighter, bro, you can't take much away from that guy. I know he doesn't. His record doesn't look great, but another guy that will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, and brings it. And I think no, not so much.
Anybody, anywhere, anytime. I wouldn't put him in that. I think he ain't scared of nobody. I don't think he's scared of anybody.
Doesn't Dana say that about him though? I switched his fight you know, like 2 days before, he woke him up in the middle of the night and he said, doesn't matter.
Dana was a
Kisses
big
butt.
fan.
Yeah,
Big fan.
true.
Listen, no, I'm not knocking Conor. I think he lived like, dude, he said the shit and went and did it. You know what I mean? That's what you got to give him credit for. Against Aldo, against some great guys. So he's not like he's scared anybody.
Right.
But anytime, anywhere, I don't know if he's that guy. You know?
Okay. Do you think they've offered him names that is it public knowledge? I don't know. Have they offered him names that he hasn't taken?
This name.
Yeah. Well,
This name.
yeah.
He picked Chad over me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know?
I didn't know. I didn't know you were in the.
I was in the mix.
I know he put respect on your name. I know that. So.
Yeah. You know, I mean, who knows? I'm not saying
Right.
it was up to him or who or if it was UFC, but Chad was, you know, at hunting camp, and I was in the gym, and they picked Chad. You know what I mean?
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. I don't want to get you in trouble because you have a good rapport. But are you saying something there? Maybe.
No,
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm saying that. I'm just saying what it is. And that fight too. I mean, Chad had him,
Yeah.
and then Chad got tired.
Chad got gassed. You could tell.
He got tired.
Right. Yep.
Do you think Conor ever comes back and fights again?
I
was gonna say. I said yes. I said for sure. I think he comes back.
I do. I think he's got at least.
I don't know.
No, I think he's got. I do think he's got at least one more fight in him. Didn't he say I'm the most tested guy? Didn't he just say that the other day?
He might be.
I'm the most tested guy. So he's
I think he is.
He's in the testing pool, and
Yeah.
apparently he's passing them because he hasn't been flagged. I saw
He
somebody
was out of the testing pool though when he was trembloning.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he had the broken.
Is that what's the one? What's the one that makes everybody jacked? Trend. It's Trend.
Yeah. They also it's also the one they say makes you fucking lunatic,
Makes
crazy,
you gay?
right? Yeah, gay.
that what happened?
I took a lot of it.
Is that what happened?
No, I was naturally gay. Yeah, they say Sugar is
Like
wants
O'Malley?
to be.
Like O'Malley.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like
Sugar in the Tank. O'Malley is kind of emulating and wants to be the next McGregor. He's a huge star, bro. You can't take that
Listen,
away from
he's
him.
a huge star. He's definitely McGregor-like, just because he's, you know, kind of that style, like you know.
yeah.
But he's definitely not. Dude, McGregor's one of a kind.
One of a kind, 100%.
And I think, honestly, I think O'Malley's he's one of a kind. He's his own guy.
Yeah, he's got a like crazy cult following, but I think it's really like the young fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really like the
Yeah.
young kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing against the guy. I mean,
No.
he delivers.
Yeah, he delivers. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
And like
did
you
you see the
said,
whole-
respect for
the stuff
owning
with
owning that you underdelivered.
Yeah.
Respect for that, you know.
Did you see though? Merab has kind of beef with O'Malley's coach,
So, well,
Tim Welch. Is it Welch? Yeah.
yeah, but I did. They said Welch. I heard an interview with him where he said, "I was just saying, you know, something like get ready, Merab, get ready," or something like. He said I wasn't really even saying anything bad. I forget exactly what he said. I was saying. To him.
No. He was. He said, "Be patient. You gotta be patient, Merab."
Yes, be patient.
And
yes.
Merab got mad because
Right, was pointing
now
at him.
he was saying that he does that in fights because when O'Malley fought Aljo, he said, "You gotta go, Aljo. You gotta go," and that's when Aljo went forward. And I don't know if that really how it went down. It could have been just by chance.
Yeah.
And that's why Merab was pissed.
I didn't know Merab gave an explanation
Yeah.
as to why he was,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was a little confused at the start of that fight.
I mean, I don't know. Should you be saying the other guy's name
What are
as
they-
the
they-
corner?
I mean,
don't
that-
know. But
that-
he is saying that their codes have Merab's name in it.
Correct.
Be patient, Merab.
Right.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
You're
I
trying to
agree.
fuck with the guy.
But he said I stopped after that. He did say-
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Herb said
But
stop.
is that-
Herb said coach your own guy. Coach your own guy. That's
Isn't
why.
there something called overcoaching? Like you're not allowed to overcoach or something like that? No, you can coach as much as you want. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they said there was a rule set of something that you can be overcoaching or something like that. Maybe if you're just, I don't know. I guess not. You can scream the entire time, whatever you want. Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can't get up out of your chair. You can't bang on the apron. But you
Really?
pretty
I feel like everybody does that. No.
what bang on the apron? Yeah.
Maybe
they
it's
get- they
after
get
the
yelled
win,
at.
but-
They get yelled at.
Gotcha.
But I'm pretty sure you can yell.
Even,
"Ah!" What the fuck?
even at the opponent? Or
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah.
you know, but I guess no, because I mean, Herb was like, coach your own fighter.
Right. Gotcha.
That's that.
That's that, Pat. What else you got for us, buddy? Anyway.
Did you see at the fights they had Terrence Crawford there?
Didn't you talk about this the other day? I think you talked about this the other day.
No. They had Terrence Crawford because the fights didn't happen the other day.
No, I know, but we were talking upstairs when I was here.
Maybe.
You said, you know who that is? And I was like, the actor? And you said, no, you idiot. He's a boxer. Wasn't that?
Yeah, that was probably just something else. But anyway, he was at the fights.
Yeah.
And under his name, they put Kendrick Lamar.
You told me this the other day. Yeah.
And Dana they talked to Dana. Dana's like, yeah. He's like, I guess, because he was like, he goes, it was a flawless production. He's like, I guess it wasn't a flawless production. He's like, but come on. He looked a lot like Kendrick Lamar. And he did, dude. He really did. He had braided up. You know what I mean?
That's hysterical.
Kendrick.
Yeah, they should fact check that, I guess, before they start posting names, right? But they've done it before. I saw an interview. I think it was Samuel L. Jackson where they called him some other actor's name. And he's like, dude, you really fucking, you know how he talked. You really thought I was him? You know what I mean? That was great.
Diddy got arrested.
Dude. Finally happened. How did he listen? So like there was how long ago was that when there was originally they raided his house? They had his sons in handcuffs. That was like beginning of the summer or something. And finally they've come up with charges against him: racketeering, sex trafficking, and what was the other one? Extortion, I think.
Sex trafficking, extortion. Yeah, it's crazy.
All federal charges.
They're saying I see 50 Cent, like they found like 1,000 bottles of lube.
Yes, yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
like what's this dude doing?
Yeah.
Is he really? He's really like the Epstein version of Hollywood and the music business.
Like he called his where he would set up and video, these sexual things. He called them like Freak Fest or something.
Freak shows or something.
Something like that. Yeah, he had a name for it where. He would make I think they use the word sex professionals or something like that, and I'm like, do they mean porn stars? What do they mean by that?
Well, a prostitute would be a sex professional.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, maybe I get. Well, it means kind of a porn star, no?
Yeah, well, I mean, porn stars
paid on film, and the other one isn't.
Yeah, it's kind of the same shit, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of the same thing. One's on, and he's filming it, so it's a porn star.
Yeah. I wonder, like, what videos he has of.
Well, I'm sure. Listen, he's had a lot of time from his original. I don't know what you're calling that, arraignment or whatever. When he was initially, his house was raided. He wasn't there, but he's had a lot of time between now and then to destroy evidence. No.
Well, supposedly that was the rumor that when the FBI was at his house, that's what they were doing. They weren't taking evidence; they were destroying evidence.
Oh,
that's the
because
rumor.
He's so well connected.
Yeah. Well, or maybe they were taking evidence and saying, "All right, let's see if we incriminated? Are we incriminated? Are we incriminated at all? Are we incriminated at all ourselves? Let's make sure we're not. Let's make sure we're not, and now we'll stick it to him. Maybe, Yeah. Or they're going there, and they destroyed all the evidence what they probably did is this, just like what they did with the Epstein stuff, right? They get all this evidence. They're only going to show the evidence they want us to see.
Yeah.
They probably
if you think there's people
there that are higher up. They're like, whoa, we can't let this get out. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Would it be Hollywood people or would it be
music industry or both?
I'm saying, like, why would they protect Hollywood people? Just because they have money, or is it political people,
probably both,
judges,
probably both.
Mayors, a little bit of both? You think? Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah, crazy man.
They're all in those same circles, right?
Yeah, I mean, they.
I know, but yeah,
just nuts. I mean, listen, it gives me some faith, I guess, unless they are, like you said, just picking and choosing charges, that the federal government does actually prosecute people despite who they are. You think with this political sphere we live in, they target certain people and let certain people go.
No. They knew about this guy for so long.
You think so?
Absolutely.
And just let it go?
Absolutely. Yeah. Let it go until, okay, now we need to use this in our favor. So now we'll use it in our favor.
Okay, but how is it working in their favor?
Well, because now I'm just saying, like, they're going to get the people that they want to get, but they're not going to get the people that probably really deserve it. You know what I mean? Or the people that need to. We should know everybody. Yeah. Just like the Epstein shit. We only know certain people about the Epstein stuff. Yeah. We should know everybody. Right?
Epstein was clearly.
And it's still not out. That's still not out.
No, I know, but they caught him originally, charged him with a litany of things, and only like one stuck originally.
And then Bill Gates went on his plane after.
Yeah, and then it was, then all the celebs hung out with him, all the political people like Prince, what was his name? Prince fucking
William. Prince Andrew.
Andrew.
He's old as shit too.
Yeah, and that was after his first charges, so he was
Imagine
already
being the girl that's got to get Prince Andrew. Like, fuck, I drew the fucking short straw on this one.
She's one that came out publicly. She actually came out publicly. There's actually a picture of her with him,
and that's the one that gave.
Because originally he tried to deny it, but there's a picture of her with him.
But how old was she when they were together?
I mean,
in that picture, I think she was older in that picture, but she was messing with him when she was younger or something like that.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I thought she said that was like the night they met, but you could be right. I don't remember, but obviously, there's a lot that's covered up there that wouldn't be covered up if it was just some average Joe. They'd be in prison for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. It's vile, but so you're saying that the. I don't know. I see things like that, and I'm like, see, it doesn't matter. Sometimes, not usually, because I believe our government and our FBI is incredibly corrupt. But I see that, and I'm like, well, they will go after anybody, despite how rich or...
Everything's by design, I feel like.
So then why do they... Okay, so why do they have to bust him at all? Why didn't they just let
They got to bust somebody. He's going to be the fall guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm listening. This is me talking out my neck.
Right.
But, we're professional podcasters, and this is what we do.
Okay, so Epstein, why did they, of all the time that passed and all the sex allegations and all the women who were, horribly treated and mistreated and sexually assaulted and raped and all this thing, why did they pick the time they did to go after him?
Because someone had to get caught. It was too hot. It was too hot. Someone had to get caught. Someone had to be the fall guy. He was the fall guy. He got caught. He was about to tell everybody what he was doing, so they suicided him.
Oh, after they caught him,
correct.
He was about to tell. Yeah, of course. Right. I don't know. Somebody the other day said, like kind of reputable said they believe. The girl Megyn Kelly said she thinks she's still alive.
What, Jeffrey Epstein's still alive?
She said Megyn Kelly, who I love Megyn Kelly, said she really believes he's still alive.
I mean, dude, why would I not believe it?
Yeah. Crazy.
How about you said that little kid that said he was going to shoot up the school, right?
Yep.
And they perp walked him?
I'm not kind of. I agree with it. I felt bad at first. I was like, oh my God, this 11-year-old kid. Like, I didn't even think it was legal to do that. I thought you had to blur his face and all this. But listen, if your parents aren't going to fucking raise you, then that sheriff said, I'm going to raise you, and I kind of agree with it.
Like, what's going to happen to this kid? What kind of trouble is he going to get into?
I mean, can they legally actually charge him as an adult, even though he's 11? I know the borderline age. There's a lot of kids, 16 or whatever. They said we've decided to charge them as an adult.
Right. I know, but he didn't do nothing. He didn't do it. Exactly what happened? Do we know how he got caught?
He was in. I think he was on Facebook Live with a group of friends, and he was in his room, and he was showing them all of his weapons, which he had a ton of, but they were all airsoft. But he was saying they're real, and saying a list of people that he wanted to kill, and he was going to do it at school. I believe. Again, I don't know if I have that exactly right, but that's what I read. I believe that it was a Facebook Live, and a couple of the kids, or one of the kids in the Facebook Live, told their parents or told the police or whatever, and they investigated this kid, and they did find all these guns. They were all airsoft and swords and knives and things like that. But in the Facebook Live, or the FaceTime, maybe it was, I forget, they looked real. These kids were convinced they were real, and he had a list.
So maybe the kid isn't a sicko that much, right? And he was literally joking around. Then I think this perp walk may actually do something and make him say, holy shit, I didn't want to do this. So maybe he can. But say the kid was really a sicko and those guns were real, I don't think it matters.
Right.
He's a sicko.
Right.
In this case, the fact that there wasn't real guns, this and that, maybe they are doing this. He's not going to do jail time. He don't have real guns. Like he didn't do it. He didn't do any crimes. Really.
I know, but how is it legal to put his image out there? If that's legal, then maybe they can charge him like as an adult.
I don't know.
You know, you think as soon as you hear, and so many people hide behind it too. Minors. I'm a minor. I'm a minor. I'm a minor. Maybe that's changing. Maybe that's changing. If they just perp walk this kid on national TV. Everybody saw this 11-year-old's face, which my gut reaction was I felt bad. I was like, holy shit, they can't do this to this kid. And I was like, you know what?
Maybe
this
it's like
this is a real fucking problem. Maybe
those
they can.
like scared straight programs.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
I guess
in
so.
a way.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess so.
When
But that was
when it's public, they could show the kid's face. Like the news can.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like after the fact, they can't.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like the one show I work on when we're live, like filming stuff with the cops, like they could show anybody's face because there's no like expectation of privacy.
Oh, I thought they had to blur it out.
Yeah, so if they perp walked them, it's a public place. They could show them.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if they didn't really release it,
Yeah.
and then they leaked it, then it's a different story. You know, so
But okay, so I don't know. You're not in the law enforcement field or a lawyer, but can they to your knowledge, can they charge him as an adult or no? So they just perp walked him to embarrass him, essentially. Nothing else.
What did they charge you? What was the charge?
Terroristic threats, I guess. Right? I would think.
I mean, how old is he?
11.
I
No,
think
you
that'd be
can't
tough.
charge him as an adult, but
And like,
you could
and
perp
two,
walk
and
him,
like
yeah.
two, like, how could it? Like, I got all these guns. They're airsoft guns. They're not gonna kill nobody. So like, how
Wait,
am I really threatening?
Again, but the people he was telling, I mean, yes, they turned out to be airsoft gun, but if you walk into a bank with an airsoft gun and you rob it, they don't care. You're getting charged. They thought it was a
True.
Or if you pull
Armed
an
robbery.
airsoft,
It's still armed robbery,
you pull an
yeah.
airsoft gun on a cop and he kills you dead, it's still a good shooting or whatever they call it, a clean shoot because you thought it was a real gun. You know,
Right. Yeah. Kids are troubled, bro.
Kids are, and it's getting worse. It's definitely getting worse.
So what do we got? We have about 50 days till the election, something like that.
And they're still trying to kill him.
Yeah,
Still trying to kill him. Bro, he was one hole away. He was on the 5th hole. I think that guy was on the 6th hole, and he'd been there for 12 hours.
How is that, dude?
12 hours.
And that's his. Is that Trump's golf course? No.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't-
Mar-a-Lago.
Was it Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah,
It was his golf course.
yeah.
He'd been there for 12 hours, bro. Crazy.
They're trying to say it's an inside job,
Of
right?
course it is.
Yeah, well, this guy's probably going to end up fucking unaliving himself in the next 24 hours. But
The same way in Pennsylvania that there's like all these arguments between Secret Service and the local police, like
Right.
where the local police said like we were never told to
Right.
cover that area, where the Secret Service said yes you were. So obviously that person knew to go there.
I saw the House committee in charge of that that's still overseeing that. Just got they just got an overlap onto this, so now they're overseeing both
and now
of those.
Florida's
to
looking into this one.
Governor
like, separately.
DeSantis said there's a lot
Yeah.
of state laws that have been broken here, so we're also appointing our state attorney to look into this.
Yeah, DeSantis, he made a statement on it, right?
Yeah.
Saying he's putting
And
full
the,
throwing
Attorney
everything
General
at it,
down.
right?
And thus far, now listen, more charges are probably coming out on the federal level, but right now he's only faced with 2 charges. One being a felon in possession of a firearm, and the other one being that he illegally erased or somehow scratched out the.
So there's no attempted murder.
Not yet. That's the most mind blowing part.
But he,
I mean, listen, it may
shot.
be coming.
He
never
did pull a
actually
trigger.
got a shot off, and I don't
But
know.
I thought there was no shots off.
They fired
None.
at him.
Oh,
I don't obviously didn't hit him, but
Okay.
I believe that.
But he had weapons on him.
Yeah, oh yeah, an AK-47, which
were,
is
like, up
not
in, like,
really
the
a
bushes,
sniper
right?
rifle, but
Yeah.
he was.
Just a rifle, right?
They said the initial report I read. Tell me what you read, Andrew. Said he was 500 yards away, which is a fucking hell of a shot, especially with an AK-47. But then I read he was within 200 yards. Did you read that?
I didn't actually read the specifics. I just knew that they caught him like out on the highway, I think.
Yeah,
got
well,
there.
they ended up catching him on the highway, but I
Yeah.
read that they saw the barrel of the rifle sticking through a fence at the edge of the green, is
Right.
what I read. And they say that they don't always completely, do the complete circumference of the thing every time. But they said we're gonna if this guy's gonna continue to golf, we're gonna add more, Secret Service
I'm
agents,
surprised
and we're gonna
they
have to.
haven't already.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
After last time,
Right.
like what are we doing?
I know. What are you waiting for? It's crazy.
Dude, listen. They're not gonna let him be president.
No way.
They're not going to let him be. They're so scared of what he's going to do, which in my opinion is
What do you
represent
think- what do you think
represent the
happens, though?
people, uphold the Constitution, all those things that he did the first time around. But they're so scared of it, they're gonna. I believe I'm not a conspiracy theorist. That it probably does have some inside job connections to it, without a doubt. Just like the one in Butler, PA did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm saying if they can't take him out, like, what do you think?
Well, they always have the fallback of rigging the election. That's the
Right.
fallback.
If he,
Yes.
win, if
the
he
other
wins
one
the,
is
if he
putting
wins
him
the
in prison.
election, yeah, putting him in prison, or
It's put him in prison, kill
They
him,
can't,
or
though.
rig
They
the
can't.
election.
Put him in prison.
you think or a crazy war pops off and they say it's too dangerous to have an election?
No.
That's what
no,
Ukraine
I-
did. Ukraine suspended their elections.
Yeah, but not in America. Didn't we have elections during like
No,
Civil
we
War?
did, but this is also that wasn't
Was
Trump
that-
Trump time. I
yeah,
mean,
true.
everything that happens.
So
these days is-
who would our federal government? Oh, we yeah, but it wouldn't it have to be an attack on home soil?
I mean, say like
It couldn't be.
say
We're
they-
already at war in a couple countries. Jesus Christ, you're angry.
I'm a man.
Fucking
I'm
angry.
a man.
Say
one.
there's a so-called cyber attack on the elections on the compute on the machines that aren't connected to the internet,
Right.
but they really are, obviously.
Yep.
And they say, well, we can't trust the election results. Like we have
Jeez.
to postpone it.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened last time we had a podcast and I drank a lot?
You sat on his bottle.
No.
He sat on this bottle.
No. That was it. You should have got that joke. Frankie Perez. You don't have to.
drank that
You don't have to comment on it. Yeah, we did. We drank a lot that night.
No, that night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not today.
Yeah, dude.
I never thought of that angle. With a war somehow affecting it or a cyber attack. I never. Well, there's another angle. I'm sure they're probably looking into. But do you? I mean, obviously, I know how you feel about the man. I don't have to say either way. Do you think, at all costs, they will somehow not let him be president at all costs?
I think they'll try, but I think ultimately
You
will
do
be.
think so? Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I mean, people look at it as if it's just, it's 4 more years, but he's dangerous to them. Like, why do you think they tried to take out they took out Kennedy, they tried to take out Reagan, they took out Lincoln, all these guys, because they're dangerous to the status quo.
Right.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He knows where the bodies are buried. Like, the people around him know where the bodies are buried that he surrounds himself with.
Yeah. So I hate to do this to you, but you're off camera. Nobody can see you. If you had one thing about Trump in his 4 years that he was president that you didn't like, because obviously no president is perfect. I don't think Trump is perfect at all. But what would give me your top 3, or give me your top 2 things that you did not like about what he either agreed with, or what he didn't get done, or what he did get done?
The main thing that I didn't agree with, but I kind of understand it, is just the people he surrounded himself with. But he said, coming in, we had to fill 60,000, jobs, within the administration. So you have this person, that person, you should hire this guy, put this person here. And you have all these people that ultimately are the establishment, they're working against you. And then some of his, guys, maybe Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, he stepped down, or he stepped aside as soon as they launched the Mueller investigation, where he should have just been go fuck yourself, we're not doing that. Chief of staffs, certain people that just seemed to be opposing what he was trying to do.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that.
How about how do you feel? I don't mean to cut you up, but how do you feel he handled COVID?
I mean, ultimately, his big thing with COVID was he let the states figure it out, and that's what people don't understand. That's his whole thing. He tries to be by the Constitution. He wants to do things by the book, where the federal government has such overreach already, and they have way more power than they should.
I just don't like how he picked Fauci as his guy.
I mean, but Fauci was the guy.
He was the guy, but
ultimately.
but we need someone to fucking recognize that he ain't the guy.
But
You know what I mean?
but Trump's thing too is people that he puts front and center ultimately wind up hanging themselves.
I know, but sometimes at the
It was something kind of
at the cost of us,
in
at
his
the cost of our lives.
defense. In his defense, I'm sure there was something unprecedented that we haven't seen in our
For sure.
lifetimes.
Yes.
I'm
definitely.
sure the people that he did
was a lot.
trust were saying this is the guy.
Yeah, of course.
So-
But I mean, You're our guy. You're our knight in shining armor.
I agree with
Right?
you in that you said something once, in that you have to admit that you made some mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't hear those omissions. And
No,
that bugs me
no.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But all in all, obviously he's my guy. But like,
Well, yeah, forget the pick between the guy and the girl.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you're going guy every day.
I mean, my biggest thing is, and people, go after him for the whole vaccine thing, which I understand, but it's not as simple as that. Like, if we didn't have the vaccine, I think we would have been locked down a lot longer, and it would have been a lot worse. So he kind of forced their hand.
I get it, but
people, you don't have to get it.
And
but
maybe he didn't realize the detrimental effect it would have on everybody. But him forcing people to bring it, it's just having it out, did not pan out in the end.
I agree. I agree with that. The doubling down and not some level of, and again, I'm not shitting on the guy because he's fucking miles ahead of everybody else on policy. I'm not saying I'm the hugest fan of his personality all the time, although sometimes I fucking love it. I love the fact that he calls fake news because they are. I love a lot about him, but I think he could tone down certain things he says, certain rhetoric, but policy, he's my dude. You know what I mean?
Honestly, the rhetoric's why I like him.
Yeah,
I love it
sometimes the rhetoric is why I like him.
I hate the political, the way everything has to be. You have
So-
to speak proper. I want people to call people jerk offs.
Yes,
if they're jerk offs.
I kind of
that's
agree.
Me.
I like he
agree.
turned
I like that.
he turned the system on its head.
Yeah.
He did, for sure.
But sometimes he can be in the middle of a
This is
eloquent point that he's making, and then he goes off the rails.
But this is it.
He's like, they're killing cats and dogs
But
in
this is it.
Springfield.
This is it.
Which
They are.
they
But
probably
this is
are.
it. Listen,
but
listen, but no,
that was
listen,
like-
listen. But this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is when Kamala's like, you're at all your rallies, everybody gets bored and leaves and this, and he could not.
Yes, yeah.
He could not help it. I have the best rallies. I have the most people there. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Dude, just fucking, why? Who cares?
Yeah. Yes. Listen. Right. He's not perfect. I never said. I don't think any person is perfect, but I don't vote personality. Although I do agree with Andrew. There's a fucking lot I like about his personality.
I do,
a
man.
lot.
He probably
like
fun
that
to
he
hang out with.
I like that he takes no shit.
He would be a stand-up comedian if he
Yeah,
was.
Yes,
dude, that's what he said.
Right?
He murders.
Yeah.
He murders out there as a comedian.
Maybe.
When he went in his debates,
Yeah.
no one could riff like him, but that also hurts him too.
Yes. To some people that can't stand that type of personality. I dig it because I know what he's up against most of the time. Not all of them, most of the time. But if he said every speech, if he said me, maybe half as much, I'd be more down with him. He talks about me a little bit too much. And
You sound like him.
I think
a little bit too much.
I think they're all egomaniacs, every one of them.
Dude, if someone wants to be the president of the United
Yeah,
States, you
all
have
of
to be
them.
somewhat.
Would you ever
But I
run
mean-
for office?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think I'm intelligent
Honestly,
enough.
the ward or whatever, I was thinking, someone asked me, it's in a neighborhood. It's your neighborhood. Honestly, listening to Ian Smith, and he's like, that's how you have to do it. You have to do it at the local level. That local level.
Yes.
And I kind of do agree with it.
Yes. Make a change.
But it's just it's a not a thoughtless, but it's a
Thankless?
thankless job.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job. Yeah.
Yep.
You have to have really thick skin.
Yeah.
You really have to
Yeah.
just be able to.
Roger couldn't do it.
Listen.
couldn't do it either.
Listen.
I could.
I don't have extremely thin skin, but it's gotten better after 5 years of podcasting with you, pal. So
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
definitely gotten better.
Yeah.
It's just like leather now, man.
Yeah.
Crocker growls.
But I mean, as you said, he's direct to the point. He gets his shots in, he gets his digs in, and most of them, all of them, deserve it.
But I tell you, he definitely.
But he'll answer a question too. Kamala does not answer a question.
They both didn't answer questions really too well. in
Really?
this
You don't
last
think so?
debate. No, they both
See how
danced
he wouldn't
around.
look her in the eyes to piss her off.
He does.
He was just that whole debate. He was looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
He would not look her in the eyes because she wanted that.
Yeah.
He was just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw. I think I sent you. She did those 2 different interviews, totally different times, and literally
the same exact.
they were the same exact. She read the same exact. I said interview.
I'll tell you what,
speeches.
she did great in the debate.
She did good in the debate. I don't know about great, but she did good.
Yes, well, compared to what we expected.
Correct.
Right?
She did good.
Because
No question.
otherwise, she's like,
I wouldn't lie and say she didn't. She did.
I mean,
Much better than what I expected.
When you have someone giving you the questions.
Yeah,
and
right.
telling
They,
you in
they
your
said
ear,
she was
like,
wearing those
of course
earrings.
it
You
was.
believe that?
Of course.
Yeah, they looked identical, bro. They did look identical.
The guy,
but I also...
the one woman introduced her to her husband from ABC, and then the commentator was Kamala's sister's sorority sister or something. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was 3
Well,
on 1.
they were definitely fact-checking.
But he had to know that, though.
Yeah, so I mean, but honestly, like, does it change anything? The
No,
debate?
no.
Does it like?
No, not for
like-
me.
No, it doesn't change anything for the for like the polar, like the each base. It does something for the for the swing voters. It does, and it does stuff for the people that are ill informed or very not well informed, because they think what they hear that's true. Right. Everything they're hearing is true, which they both lied. They both lied up there.
Wait, okay, probably. I just don't recall. What did he lie about again?
No, I'm
she
saying
lied about
not that he lied,
having no troops in any foreign land.
I don't say he lied. I don't want to say he lied, but he was talking about when they asked, oh, would you veto that? Would you? He danced around it. He won't answer. And she did it a bunch, too. I'm not saying that.
He would say he didn't dance around it because he said, I don't have to. I kick it back to the state.
But they wanted a yes or no.
Right.
You know?
Correct. Yeah, so, yeah, okay, fair enough. But if you asked him, he would say, I answered it. I wouldn't have to veto it. I kick it back to the state.
Right.
So he feels like that was an answer. And I'm sure she feels the same. But she flat out lied about not having any troops
overseas in
any foreign
in a wartime
land
era.
with wartime. Yeah.
And
you see all
they're
these
like, we're
you see all these troops taking these videos like, where the fuck are we then? You know what I mean? There's like 2,700 troops or something.
Like how? That's what I'm saying. Like how the military? How do they vote? How were they voting for? Are you even gonna count those votes? There were mail-ins. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know, bro. There's a reason it's called the silent majority for sure.
There is no. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the silent majority.
Why?
Why? Because every election, the silent majority was fucking pretty silent, bro.
No.
Right? Yes. No, we're gonna have a red wave. We're gonna have a Republican red wave. It didn't happen.
Yeah, but you were talking about with the Senate and the House. And,
okay, and in the presidential.
Dude, 79 million votes, bro. They turned out.
I don't know, bro.
They turned out.
Not
I
enough.
just don't. I'm not
more turned out for fucking.
Did they?
I'm saying.
Did they?
Officially, yes. There was no red wave.
There was,
but that's a whole other story.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen.
Nobody votes, bro. That's the thing. We all talk like, these voters, blah blah. No, what's the percentage?
Very small.
What is the percentage of people that vote?
Very small.
Slim.
Very small.
Fucking what is it? 5%? I don't know how much. It's more than that. I don't know if it's that small.
What was it? 79 and 81. So what are we at? 160 million, and there's so that's 50, half, isn't it?
It's 50%. I don't believe 50% of people fucking vote. No.
But that was a pretty hot and contentious election, and probably
that was the most.
Probably 20 million of that weren't even real votes.
No, they're all dead. They're all Rogers' age.
I don't know, man. Who knows what's going to happen? It's scary.
I mean, they said 240 million people were eligible to vote in 2020. 66% of them submitted ballots.
Well, that's
so
actually
roughly 81 million eligible voters did not.
That's actually a lot higher number than what I thought you were going to say.
People just don't vote in general.
But what happens? What do you guys think happens? I definitely would not call us a conservative podcast, but we have conservative values, I would say. Or would you agree with that or no? Conservative values? Would you say that's fair?
I guess.
And so we're not really a political podcast. But what happens if she gets in? Does free speech go away, erode more and more and more? Do they start targeting people do they start targeting like Candace Owens type of people? Do they start targeting Tucker Carlson's? And
they'd have to go through. I mean, if they can get a hold of X, that's really the only free speech platform that's out right now. Like YouTube gets throttled all the time, right? So really, if it's X, right?
Yep.
So right now we have her administration in office, and we still have freedom of speech. So
speaking of X, I saw who you follow her. I just started following you. You're like, I followed her. Who's the girl? She was just involved in some some controversy because her brother worked for the mayor of some major city.
Jersey City, where they fired him.
Yes,
They fired her
because
fired him.
he failed to basically distance himself from his sister, who has this very.
The one Gomez.
How does she get away with saying the stuff she says? It's crazy.
She's like, you know, if you want to be soft and be a faggot, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Right?
But she said I think I watched today, I believe that X demonetized her, and she said, "Come on, Elon, like give me my whatever."
I got guns.
Yeah. She uses the F
running,
word, the
she's
faggot
running.
word all the
You
time.
faggots can't
Yeah.
run like me.
I know. Yeah. And you know the
And
guy.
I said,
gonna
I
have to
seen
bleep
Roger
that.
run. I seen it.
You know the guy we had on early on. Good. What the hell was his Instagram? We had him on early. The good vibes dude. We had him from New York.
Wally.
Wally. He hit me up. He's like, bro, can you refollow me? I'm like, why'd you get? He's like, they banned my account. I'm like, why? He goes, I said the word faggot, and I'm like, dude, this girl says it every post. She says it like multiple times, and she doesn't get banned.
Yeah.
This episode's getting demonetized.
Yeah, there's no question.
I gotta bleep that.
Yeah, there's no question. Well, just the fact that
We're saying someone says it.
yeah. I didn't
I'm just
say it.
quoting
I was
somebody.
quoting.
I mean, Kill
exactly.
Tony could say it. No big deal.
He can, because he is one.
Yeah.
Wait, is he?
No.
Oh, I don't think he is.
No, he plays into it.
Yeah,
all the time.
he definitely leans into it heavy,
Yeah.
but I don't think he is.
Roger, do you shave your legs?
No, I do not shave my legs.
Do
Really?
you used to have little bristles? Little bristles growing?
Bristles, brother. Bristles.
I think you used to shave your legs.
Have
though.
you ever?
I think you
um,
used to shave your legs. You shave your arms, though.
I do shave my
He
arms.
shaves his arms.
I do shave my
You
arms.
shave your arms, but not your legs?
Correct. Yeah.
Wow. What is
Nair,
that?
I nair my butthole too.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
If you leave it on too long, it's no good.
Oh, yeah. How do you know that?
Because I one time did my chest.
Ah,
and
see, I got him.
My
Did that in
chest.
high school.
Hey,
See,
it's okay.
got him.
I had literally like a scab.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
like the happy trail.
Feel your skin.
Like,
off.
what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
It feels.
Oh my god!
See, he called himself out right there. He's like, "You do, you fucking faggot," and then he's like, "Oh, I did it one time."
Okay.
Oh, when I was fucking.
Bleep that.
Listen, bro. You shave your arms.
Yeah, bud. What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
You think hairy arms
It's a
are
little
attractive?
zesty.
You like the Magnum PI look, dude?
Look at me, bro.
Like Chewbacca over
I'm a
there.
man, bro. I'm a man's man.
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
I'm not a big fan of hair, and I'm hairy, so I'm not.
Are you hairy?
I mean, I wouldn't say
You have
I'm
a hairy
fucking.
chest?
Yeah, I
You
would.
shave it.
I buzz it.
you
I don't
shave
shave
it,
it.
you buzz
I don't
it.
shave it. Shaving is a lot of work. I buzz it.
You buzz your arms?
No.
You shave your
I
arms.
shave my arms. I buzz my
You
chest.
shave your fucking arms?
How do you shave your? I couldn't shave my chest, so I just.
Bro, but why do you shave your arms? Why do you just buzz them?
I grab the razor while I'm in the shower, and I just and it's done.
Wow, that's
done.
fucking, that's
Think I'm
pretty-
fruity for that? Do
Yes,
you really?
yes.
Really?
You're slick. If I put oil over you, you're gonna be slick.
Why
That's
would
a
you
little
even-
fruity. It's
Why
so
would
fruity.
you even think like that? Why do you want to put oil on me?
Because
Why
P.
do you
Diddy-
wanna put oil
'cause
on
P.
me?
Diddy's got 1,000 bottles.
See, you went from being ultra masculine and making fun of me to making it weird. You
No, I'm
wanna
saying-
you said if I put oil all over
it's
you.
true, it's true.
It got weird, bro.
I'm
You
saying
got
some,
weird.
not me.
You
not
said
me.
me.
You're right. I did.
You got a little weird with it.
It's a little weird. I'm telling you, you shaving your arms is a little bit more weirder.
All right, well, fair. All right, listen,
And the fact is, he's
I
and,
don't.
and your legs. I think you did shave them recently, okay? Because you got little stubbles on your
I
legs,
have
bro.
hair on my legs. I have hair.
Look, this is hair. This is hair. I got like buckwheat in a headlock. You know what I mean?
That's how my dad is, though. He just has no hair on his legs.
Yeah, but that's some old men. That's what happens to old
Yeah,
men. I feel
but
like
I don't think
'cause
he
they-
ever had.
No.
I don't
Really?
remember him ever having hair on his legs.
No,
he's
no,
calling you old, Raj.
No, Biden has hairy legs. Remember, the kids like to touch
Corn
it.
Pop. Corn Pop was over here.
man.
The water goes down and it goes down.
I'm gonna miss that guy.
The hair on my leg turns blonde in the summertime, and the kids like to rub it.
Yeah, what?
Didn't he say something like that?
He did,
right?
bro, he did. Corn Pop was there selling lollipops.
Oh shit! You definitely could. You should do stand up more. You have good accents.
No.
Your accents are good. You're fairly fun. If you polished it, you'd be good at it. You just
I
need
don't
to
got
polish.
time. I don't got to fucking
Yeah,
teach
now,
too much
now,
jiu-jitsu, bro.
now you don't have time for it. You definitely don't have time for it now. What else we got, Franklin? What else? We had a couple things we jotted down.
Yeah, we got a lot today, buddy.
Lots to talk about?
No. Same. We
well,
covered
we
it.
got a lot-
We
we got a lot
bounced
done.
around. We bounced around quite a bit today.
Oh, yeah. Politics we hit on. We talked about shaving my legs.
How often do you shave your arms?
You guys want to oil me down right now?
I just want to know.
Want to rub me down? I don't know. Whenever I look at them and they look hairy and I'm in the shower and there's a razor right there.
Like once a week? Once a month? Like,
I would say, if I'm not being lazy, if it's the summertime and I'm trying to look attractive, I would say once a week. If I'm being lazy, maybe once every 2 weeks.
wondering, man.
Why are you trying to look attractive?
I don't know, because I think that you should try to look fairly attractive most of the time. Are pets in Springfield, Ohio, actually being eaten?
Yes.
And the answer, I believe, from the fucking 100 videos I watched today of the residents of Springfield and not the media, is yes, they are.
Springfield, like The Simpsons?
No, Springfield, like Ohio, which they've bust in apparently legally
20,000.
15 to 20,000.
Crazy.
Legally.
How does that? Like how?
Because they have 18th month. Let me try that.
They have an
again.
18-month year.
18-month work visas to live there, and they can extend that. It can be extended. They can also apply for asylum because the violence, I guess, in Haiti is so atrocious right now, and the poverty there is so atrocious that our government feels like we can take care of everybody except for our own citizens.
But why Springfield?
What I read was there's a high job market because there's a lot of industry there and a lot of cheap apartments, essentially cheap accommodations. Not cheap, maybe that's not the word, but affordable.
The governor
affordable.
has some tie-in with it too.
Oh, of course.
He's got something with some foundation.
Of course, but I literally watched today. I just typed in Springfield, Ohio in TikTok, and I scrolled, for 35 minutes before I got here about residents. Now, I did see one lady, I think one lady out of the 45 videos I watched that said, don't believe it. It's not going on here. It's a lovely little town. We do have a major immigration problem, but I've lived here for 30 years and nobody's eating any animals. I did see one lady say that. Then I saw 40 videos where people say, I've seen them. We have no ducks left in the park. They're grabbing by the neck, and they're chopping their heads off, and they're eating them right in the park.
Like, imagine you're Haitian now.
Now,
right?
the cat lady, the cat video, the famous cat video was not, and I read, again, I don't know if it's true, that she was a mentally disabled American woman. That was not in Springfield.
But they practice voodoo in
They
in
do.
Haiti.
Yes, they do.
With animals.
Yeah, right. Correct.
Which
Now-
they're not
and
going
they
to come here and
sacrifice,
do
and they
yeah,
sacrifice.
They're not
But
going to
listen,
come and do that here.
And why would imagine you're an immigrant. A duck is a wild animal.
Right.
I mean, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
We eat these
You're
ducks
poor.
at home.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they eat it?
Yeah.
And it may not
if
be.
it's-
It's not even
it's
off
not-
brand. It's not really weird for them.
Well, that's the problem when you mix cultures, right? That's their norm, or some, maybe not everybody, but some of their norms, and it's not our norm. So we're like, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So part of immigration is assimilation, right? You're supposed to assimilate to the culture, right? Well, don't eat fucking animals that you're not supposed to eat.
Well, I mean, listen, a duck, like people hunt, right? By us, people get deer,
but
get turkey.
Sure, but you got to pay fucking. Okay, so are they paying duck license fees?
I don't know. But
No.
I'm saying don't go after stay after Fido the cat. You know what I mean? Don't go after mess with Fido the cat.
I think a lot of people got that because that video went viral. That was I don't know where that was, but it definitely was not.
She was just high as hell on something.
Maybe I don't know if she was high because she wasn't like.
Dude,
I think she was.
responsive.
I think she was mentally
challenged,
ill. Yeah, I think she was maybe a paranoid schizophrenic or something of that nature. But that wasn't Springfield. But the people of that thing, I watched a shitload of them today say, listen, our parks are decimated from, and one lady said that I saw a pig head in the park, and so it is happening. To say that it's not happening, I understand that they want to put a good public image out there, and they want to, and I get it, but I don't think that these people that are doing it are, sick, twisted. That's just their culture.
Yeah.
It's their fucking culture. You know.
Right. I mean,
They say they're
put a
also
cat on a fucking skewer. If that's someone's cat, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I saw one lady said that, they are in you know, again, it happens with everybody, but I think there's such an overrun population there of people. They're in supermarkets just literally opening up canned goods and things and eating them right in the supermarket.
See, like that doesn't seem right, though. Like, these Haitian people don't know how the world works at all?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's definitely a language barrier.
There's definitely got to be propaganda, too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's propaganda.
Of course.
Like, everything we see. Like, even, like, we're close to New York.
Yep.
I've been to New York plenty of times recently.
Yep.
Not that much, honestly. But the past 2 times that I went, the stories we hear about New York are like, oh my God, it's fucking crazy now. I went to New York, I think in the summertime, went to PFL, and then I went to go to that comedy show more recently. And I went and rode the subway, this and that, 8 out 8, and it felt normal. It really did.
Yeah.
But then you see these stories online, you're like, holy shit. And in reality, it is true, because I have a friend that works up there and it says it's fucking bananas. So you do see that. But when we're seeing on the news, we're always seeing the worst shit, because they want us to feel certain. They want to trigger us in a certain way.
Yeah.
Both sides of the aisle want to do that to us.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I don't go to New York as much as I used to. I was there a few weeks ago. There's a lot I like about New York. I mean, you can't get any finer dining or better cuisine than New York. You know, nightlife is amazing. You know, you got Broadway, you got all those things. I mean, New York is so unique in that. But I try to not go as much as I used to, because I feel like there has been a real change there, and I don't so much mean I'm a 6'4", 250-pound guy. I'm not so much worried about defending myself, but just you know, sort of I guess what you see in the news and the changes and the fact that they don't seem to prosecute many people doing some of these things, these muggings and things. They seem to be very lax on it. I kind of don't have a lot of respect for that, so I kind of try to avoid NYC. And it doesn't have the same luster that it used to, I guess, when I was younger. Maybe it's just because I'm older. But, I mean, there is a mystique to it that's very intriguing and interesting. And again, if you want to go enjoy fine dining, it's a great place to go. But I think the politicians there are losing that city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. In the 80s, it was bad, right? 80s, like late 80s, early 90s, it was like really bad. Then it got really good.
Well, what's his name came in as governor and really cleaned it up.
Bloomberg?
I mean, yeah.
Giuliani and then
Bloomberg.
Giuliani got the mafia out of there and this and that. But that's also
cleaned up the streets of homeless people.
Yeah, he did. And like remember Times Square was like 42nd Street was a bunch of whores back then. Now it's Disney owns it. You know? So they definitely changed a lot. But then this guy De Blasio kind of went.
Yeah, it was all whores back then. Then Disney bought it, and now it's all pedophiles.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But the city is still a special place, man. It always will.
No question. I wouldn't argue with that even today. But for me personally, I guess just little experiences, even like little. I remember the girlfriend bought us tickets to go see Jersey Boys, which I've already seen before, but she's a big fan. She loves Frankie Valli. She's like, let's go. And it was on the very tail end of COVID. And I said, my simple question was, because it's a liberal city, my simple question was, do I have to wear a mask? And she said, nope, you don't. We get there, and she fucking lied to me. Walk in, the lady's like, you got to put a mask on, sir. You got to put a mask on. And I put it on. And I made it halfway, bro. I couldn't do it. I'm fucking in there, like fucking sucking through a diaper. We're watching it. And she couldn't do it either. She said, you know what? You're right. Fuck this. You know what I mean? So we left halfway through. But
did you take your mask off before you left?
Got some, my pants.
What?
My
did
pants.
You take your mask off before you left?
Yeah, I did.
Or did you keep it on?
We went and got some great eating after that. We went to a couple great spots and got some great food. So it is, I don't want to shit on New York because there's such great things about it, but just for me personally, it's lost a lot of its luster.
Yeah, I don't know.
You go there to eat? You ever take wifey up there and go?
I mean, not in years.
No.
I mean, I honestly, I've been up there when I fought last time.
What is it you like most about it then? Because, I mean, cuisine would be high on the list for me. Food.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. But I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to the San Gennaro Festival. 16 years old.
That's going on right now, isn't it?
I know, yeah. I used to go to San Gennaro. It was much bigger back then, too.
Really?
Oh yeah, because like now Chinatown kind of got bigger and Little Italy went smaller. So back then it was a lot bigger. And dude, I just thought I was like, you know, a 16-year-old kid taking the fucking train into the city.
That's cool shit.
With a bunch of other 16-year-old kids drinking 40s on the trains, and I'm like, bro, this is the freest place in the world. That's what I thought about. I remember buying trees off some fucking dude in the park. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, this is great. This is awesome. The cops, we all had 40s. The cops didn't even look. They didn't give a shit. I'm like, man, this is the freest place in the world. That's what I thought. You know, you go buy DVDs. I used to buy fake tag watches up there. Like, I loved it. It was awesome for that stuff.
That's your childhood, not childhood, but teenage year memory of it, which is great.
Yeah.
Has that changed at all, or is that you want?
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. It's definitely not the same. It's not the same, but it's still pretty. Like, I still have fun when I go up there, for sure. It's a different world.
San Gennaro Fest is where PETA fucking came after me.
Oh, with the golf.
My buddy had walked through Chinatown, and somebody was selling goldfish in bags, and he was drunk, and he just like fucking threw $10 and grabbed a goldfish, and shows up at the San Gennaro Fest with a goldfish in a bag, and I was hammered already when he got there. He said, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this thing?" I go, "Give it to me," and I just ate it, and I obviously should not have. Once again, another lesson, Frankie, and shouldn't post certain things, but I posted it was sushi. That's all it was. Thing has no brain, it has a fucking pea brain. I wasn't beating a cat to death, nothing like that.
I mean, you got a pea brain. Should I eat you?
Exactly. It'd be a few weeks eating me, buddy. But and bro, they came after me in the fucking most vile way ever. Fucking called my management, tried to cancel any endorsements over a goldfish. I could see it if I beat a fucking horse.
Like PETA's like they lost their luster. No,
dude, yeah.
I
Anybody
don't think people cares about them no more.
Yeah, they're fucking anarchy. They go around and fucking throw, fucking paint on shit and.
No, those are the climate change people.
No, fur coats. They go throw paint on people with fur coats, which I don't actually agree with, to be quite honest. Yeah, I don't think that, but I mean, shit. There's worse crimes going on out there against humanity than, go chase your government down. They make it legal. Your government says you can. There's people in Alaska that make living off fur trapping.
Yeah,
it's not their fault.
Should be illegal. I don't know.
Get mad at your government.
Yeah. All right, Raj.
We call it a wrap, buddy?
Let's call it.
All right, pal. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Hardest worker in the room over there.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Kazadich.
What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.